Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. Sorry, I'm working my way out of a parking lot here. Work has taken me to La Quinta, California. Excuse me. If you're unaware of La Quinta, it is a city, it is a desert city out towards, actually past Palm Springs, Palm Desert. It's just south of Indian Wells, which is where they play a major tennis tournament. Actually, have a huge tennis stadium out here that you can go to and watch that. I forget when it is, but I have a new addition for this vlog. I brought my GoPro. Hopefully it stays steady. And hopefully it stays attached to the window. But if the feed disappears at some point, it's probably because it fell off the window. Anyways, we're heading back to the office. We had to help out with the estimating department because, hey, they're like, you live in Riverside. Can you go deliver this for us? And I'm like, sure. Means I get to sleep in. Sure, why not? So it got me an extra hour and 20 minutes of sleep this morning, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. So, anyways, yeah, so you can get a nice little view of the desert out here as we chat for a few minutes. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification button. It would be great. Helps the channel. I would say about 97% of you that come by are not subscribers. I get it. I'm not going to be for everybody. That's okay. But if you're enjoying the content, I would love it if you would do that. All it takes is hitting a few buttons, and then you get notified when I have new videos that go live. We do mostly game content, but we have expanded into some travel stuff. I've had this internal debate recently of whether I should start a separate channel for the travel stuff or if I should just keep it consolidated under one channel. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there that build like, they'll have like 30 channels and they'll be like, oh, this is a channel for this. This is a channel for that. This is a channel for that. And it's like, it's just a lot of brand management that you have to do, in my opinion, but we'll see. I guess my fear is keeping everything under one umbrella. If I get pigeonholed as games, then a lot of my travel content may not get promoted as well, and vice versa. So we'll see. But yeah, if you do that, that would be great. It would be appreciated. And yeah, if you're enjoying the content, that would be awesome. If not, I did what I could impress you. But work-wise, as you can tell, I'm out in the desert. I sometimes have to help out the estimating department to deliver bids and whatnot because I live out this way and I'm willing to take the hit, like I said, so I can sleep in. It's a fine by me proposition. If I had time, I'd stop by the casinos. No, I'm just kidding. I would probably not stop by the casinos. I did think about stopping by Sherman's, though. I was like, oh, man, sandwich sounds good, but it's a little out of my way to go over to Palm Springs. While all these desert communities on the map look close, they are not. It's like a 25, 30-minute drive to get over to Palm Springs to get to Sherman's. I know I could go to the one in Palm Desert, but that's 23 minutes, so it's not much difference to get between either one of them. But yeah, these desert kids, a lot of them you have to drive through regular city streets to get to because it's so far out of the way to get to the freeway. But yeah, it's hot. Like right now, I think this temperature gauge in the car is a little broken because now it's finally adjusting. It's like, hey, because it's been saying 84 for like the last 3 hours, and I'm like, it is not 84 degrees outside right now. Yeah, my temperature gauge right now in this car says 97, which is about right. I think my phone said it was 98 or 99, so close enough. So it's very hot. I don't know what to tell you that is in centigrade because I'd have to do a calculation. I mean, I'd have to stop watching the road. But yeah, work has been good. I think we're going to go live with our new website redesign very soon, probably in the next few weeks. I've just got to nail down a date. I think we were talking about not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday, which I think is the 11th. I was going to talk to them and make sure we go live, get the latest information that we need to have up there. And yeah, we'll have a new website. It looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. I think management is mostly happy with it. But I think it's a good look for us, and it gives a better, fresher, younger face for the company. So that's always nice. Hey, nothing but cakes. They have really good cakes, but they're also really expensive. You'll definitely get to see a different kind of architecture out here. It's a lot of Adobe, a lot of interesting color schemes. A lot of it is that you'll see out here, especially a lot of desert landscape. It's all about conservation, not using up too much water. A lot of the houses and everything out here are very earthen colors, just I think for heat mitigation, but it's nice. We like coming out to Palm Springs. I actually have a Palm Springs travel video. It was the first video I ever did. It's not great, I will tell you. I had broken microphones. I had a camera die because it got so damn hot. My phone literally shut off because it was 116 degrees while I was filming. And I was in direct sunlight, and the phone said no. And we had a dead bird that ended up outside our hotel room the day we were leaving. And I was just like, this is a cursed video. But it was a good learning experience, and it made me plan a lot more. So for the next time I did a travel video, which was when we went to the Bonaventure, and I felt that was a much better video. And I think our series for the Scarlet Lady was much better too. So, but I digress. I don't even know how I ended up down. Oh, because I was talking about how we like to come out here. We like to stay at a nice little boutique hotel down the road in Palm Springs, right near downtown. It's called the Talavera. If you are in the area, I would recommend it. It is pricey. I will not lie. I hate myself when I book the rooms because they are normally started around $250 and they go up from there. Now, what's nice is a lot of the rooms have kitchenettes. You have your own private jacuzzi and your own private patio area. There's only like 11 rooms, I think, in the place. So it's very small. But they have a couple nice pools. Like I said, everybody has their own private jacuzzi. They have fire pits, a lot of neat stuff there. And it's a 21 and over community. So you're not having to worry about a bunch of kids running around. So we enjoy it. I don't have a referral code. I would just tell you, go there, and you could always tell them that, hey, we saw information on my channel. And maybe they'll get back to me someday and sponsor me. That would always be nice. But, oh, hey, the CV link, we actually bid on a bunch of this trail. It goes all the way down the Coachella Valley and all the way that way. It's a big project they're building. But, yeah, work's been good. Like I said, we're going to go with that. I got some other stuff I got to prepare and help out with other departments. So I'll be doing that this week as well. Just very busy. It's a very busy time. We're trying to bid and get some more work for the guys out in the field. So that always means that there's a lot of uptake there, which makes everybody a lot busier. But yeah, work is good though. I can't complain. Server project's finished. Website project's about to be finished. The only thing I haven't done on my goal list for my last review is my drone license. And that's because other stuff took longer than I thought it would. Yeah, the Indian Wells Tennis Garden is like right over here. You might have seen some of it as we were driving up, but I can't turn the camera to show you. But hey, know that it is a big tennis complex that you can come out here and watch a PGA tournament. Not PGA, that's golf. ATP, women's ATP. That's what it is. Anyways, as for gaming, streams were a little off last week. The work ones came in well. We should have another work stream today, depending on when I get back to the office. I did stream on Friday. I did not stream on Saturday. I've been getting back into working out and exercising. I got out of it for like probably a good 6 months. It wasn't good. I should have stuck with it. I've gained some of the weight back. It's not great. So I have to work. I'd gotten halfway to my goal of 135. Now I got to basically, I didn't get it all back, but enough where it's going to take a little bit of work. But I'm going to get back to it because I want to get back into better shape. I really enjoyed it. I felt less achy, less creaky, less, but it does take a toll on you when you first start working out again. And I am achy and sore all over from working out. But it will get better over time. As you get used to using the weights and you start building up that muscle fiber again and you start burning some of that fat off again, you start to feel a lot better about yourself, especially as you start looking in the mirror and you see the transformation. You're like, oh. It was funny. I mean, I got to a point where my wife was like, wow, you have like muscles here. And it's like, yes, I do. Thank you for noticing. But yeah, but it's going to take some time. I don't know if I probably won't get to my goal by the time we go on our trip in, now 6.5 weeks. But, you work at it and you try to do what you can. Good thing is my elbow pain has gone away, which is nice. That helps with kind of working out. But yeah, it's just, it's going to be a grind. My goal is like try to get to where I need to be by the time we get to Tokyo and be in good shape, because that's going to be a lot of walking. Like on a cruise, you do a lot of walking, but you do it at a kind of leisurely pace. Like when you're on a ship, you're not like, except for like when we went and did the track, like on Virgin, when we went up and did the track, we moved at a good pace. But like, when you're just sort of meandering around the ship, you're meandering. You're not keeping a heavy pace, and you're doing a lot of sit and get up and sit and get up. And, so it is one of those things where you're just, you're taking time to, and you're not getting the exercise that you want. But I want to have, because like when we go to Tokyo, like it's no joke. You watch the videos of people that go there, and it is not uncommon to pile on 20 to 30,000 steps in a day. That's a lot of steps. I want to say that's probably about 10 miles in a day that you are walking, maybe more. Which I've done when I've gone to Vegas. Believe me, when I'm in Vegas, I'll pile on the steps. No doubt. But I know that's going to be just kind of a different thing. Also because it's going to be cold. You're going to be bundled up. It's going to be a lot different environment. But it'll be fun. It'll be good. I'm happy to lost my train of thought as I'm sitting there. I'm going to be happy to kind of work at it and get back into shape. Like I said, I made a lot of progress last time. I lost half of my goal, which was getting to 135. I got to about 146 and then kind of bounced around. That was kind of where I started having some issues. So I'm not sure if it's something where I'm going to have to do some major dietary changes or what. I-10 right lane. Okay, so both of them are going to be on the right side. I got you. That was my worry. It was that I was going to have to find out if I had to be in the right lane or the left lane, but they unified everything to the right side. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go and let's see. I think I want to be over here. I don't want to be over there because that turns right onto the eastbound. So I want to go westbound, which at least will take me out of the sun, which is good. I have a feeling this cruisecanada.com, why do I think he's in the wrong lane? He seemed very indecisive of being in this lane or that lane. And there's something starting to make me think he's going to want to get over here and go. Yeah. Oh, no. Well, no, take that back. I apologize, Mr. Cruise Canada, whatever that is. Yeah. I, on the other hand, will be going over here and getting on the 10 West to begin my long 70-mile track, I think. 70-mile track, might be 80 miles. Track back to the office. But yeah, streaming was off because of all the aches and ouches and whatnots. But I'm set to try to get one in tonight. I don't know what I'm going to play. I haven't updated the schedule for the weekly stuff. I did the lunch updates. I haven't done the nighttime update on the website, but I'll get there soon enough. I'll make those changes. Because I keep saying Assassin's Creed, but it means I have to stream it or I have to install it. And I mean, at some point I will install it, but I just have to delete enough stuff to install it. So I just got to figure that out. Because it's like 100 and some odd gigs. It's a lot. It's a lot of space it takes up. So I just have to figure that out. And once I get where I want to be with that, then yeah, we'll be good to go. But in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming cruise. So we are at about 6.5 weeks. I do have a dilemma I'm trying to figure out because it's an expensive one. It's nothing bad per se, but it's one of these things where it's like I have to decide if I want to spend the money. It's the old adage of how much is my time worth? So I know I want to add a soda package, which costs, weirdly enough, I think it went down. I thought it was $11.50, but it's like $10.50 a person. So I think it went down, which is fine. It's unlimited sodas, and to pay for 4 people, I think it's like $170 because it's like, I think it's like $152, and then there's $27 service charge, which I assume is for tips, gratuities, etc. But I've been looking at the faster the fun package. So so first I thought that was a per person cost, but it's a per cabin cost. So it doesn't matter how many people are in your cabin. You pay one fee for the entire cabin. So in this case, like I think it's $119 per cabin. So you could have one person, 4 people, it's $119, right? So that means you're looking at 2 rooms that you have to pay for, right? For in our case. So $238 and some change. And of course, there's like obviously a service fee, this, that, and the other, whatever there is. And you add that, you know, together with the soda package, and you're looking at like $400 and some odd dollars. And all of a sudden, it's like, man, that's a big add-on. Now, faster the fun. So Carnival has this thing. So like on Virgin, we had the God, I can't even think of the name of the package. I want to say the like Love is Bliss or something like that, but like it basically was a thing that it had this thing for couples, and you would get like the big thing it had was early boarding. You got priority boarding, front of the line boarding. The only people you didn't get in front of were like the VIPs and rock stars, but you got in front of pretty much everybody else. And so Splash of Romance, that's the name of it, Splash of Romance. Now you got a bunch of other stuff, like you got a bottle of Moet champagne, and you got some treats that came to you, and some pressed juices every day, and that's all cool. We liked it. I think there was a special meetup at some point you could go to, and all that again was cool, was nice. We liked it, and it was like $250. So, and it's for 2 people. So it definitely was more expensive than the Carnival one. For me to pay for 4 people, it was cheaper. Now, the other one had a bunch of other extras. The Moet was a big thing. Now, faster to the fun. Number 1, priority boarding, day 1. I think you get in after like the platinum people. There's a special line. You get in, get you in faster, get past a bunch of the other line stuff. You get in pretty quick. You get checked in pretty quick. That's a big thing. I do like that thought of knowing that you could be on the boat theoretically by 10:30 to 11 o'clock. Be very early, get to the food early, get to all, again, that's why it's called faster than fun. Get on the boat faster, right? 2, while you don't have access to your stateroom early, you do have access to drop off your bags. So if you brought some carry-on luggage, because maybe you wanted to bring your swimsuit on board, something like that, with your carry-on luggage there, you can just drop it off, and then you're kind of hands-free, right? So you can't go and just lounge out in your room and decorate it, but you can drop your bags off and kind of be carefree, right? Which is cool. That's a big thing. There is something to that, not having to lug luggage around, especially if you do get on the boat early and your staterooms normally aren't open, my understanding on Carnival, until about 1:30ish to 2, somewhere in there. If you get on at 10:30 to 11, well, you've got 2.5 hours to 3 hours to lug your carry-on, backpack, whatever you have. You got to kind of chug it around and hump it for a while with this stuff. So that's a lot. Oops. So those are 2 big benefits. Now, the one that's kind of had me contemplating it now for a little bit is one of the other benefits that you get. Agua Caliente Casino. So out here in Palm Springs, there are a lot of casinos. There are like a lot of them. There's Agua Caliente, Agua something. There's another one down the road. There's Spotlight 84, I think. We've got Morongo coming up, and I know there's a couple others. A lot of them out here in the desert area, so you can definitely get your gamble on while you're out here. But I digress. So the other one that started when I realized this was a benefit, I'm like, well, that's a big deal because we actually have to deal with this. Normally, I would just say, hey, when you get off the boat in port, you just run down, get in line, get out, right? Relatively quickly. You know, relatively quickly, you can get in, get out, and be on your way. But we have a tender port, which means you have to get a tender ticket. Now, tickets are normally given out the day before, and you have to sit there and line up to get them. It can be a bit chaotic. I've heard some stories where the tickets are just thrown on a table, and you have to mad dash grab, etc., etc. The idea is you want to have as much time as you can in your tender port. For us, I would like to be there early because we want to rent a golf cart and go around Catalina driving a golf cart. You don't want to get off the boat at like 11 to 12 and only have about 3 hours because you're not going to be able to get your full tour in and enjoy your time. You're going to be rushed. So we want to be able to get off early. Now, one of the things you get with your ticket is you get priority access at the port. Now, like I said, Ensenada, I'm not as worried about it. But tender port, that is golden. Having the ability to get off the ship quickly onto a tender boat and not have to wait in the line is huge. That is huge to be able to pass the line, get on the tender boat early, and get over to Catalina and get to what you want to do fast and quick. So theoretically, if we're in quote unquote port at 8, you're probably getting off the boat at 9. So if you can be one of the first people to get off at 9 o'clock, and you don't want to have to really be back on until, let's say, 3, well, you got 6 hours, right, to enjoy and do what you want to do. So yes, you can go drive around the island and enjoy it. You can go to Lloyd's and get your pastries and your chocolates and whatnot. You can go sit down and have a nice lunch somewhere. You know, just walk around, enjoy the boardwalk, maybe put your feet in the sand and in the ocean water there. It's just a really nice vibe, right? And you have plenty of time to do it. You don't feel rushed. Yes, you too can go to the One Vons on Catalina with your golf cart, which, yes, I'm really excited to do. I don't know why, but I'm really excited to go to the only Vons, the only department or only grocery store on Catalina, and it's a Vons. I'm a big fan of Vons, as you can tell. Anyways, with that being said, I start to have to evaluate, is $119 per cabin worth it? Now, I'm not going to make my kid and his girlfriend pay for that if they're going to do it. I'm going to treat them to it if we're going to do it. I can't just say, sorry, guys, we're going to get it and you're not. You know, you got to do it for both, right? But I'm just contemplating if I want to spend that. How much is my time? You know, again, it comes down to that. How much is your time worth? You do get expedited exit off the ship, but I'm not really worried about that. Like, I can wait and be one of the last people off the ship. I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, and my camera overheated. So, sorry about that. That's about where the drive is going to end, right? When I was getting to the thing. Oh, yeah, that's very hot. That's fine. I should have known. I should have put it somewhere where it wasn't in as much sunlight, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I should have actually mounted it to the side, stuck it out, and then attached it sideways. But I don't know if it'll restart automatically, but that's okay. Probably going to end this vlog here soon anyways. I've been rambling on. So I have to decide, basically, if it's worth the money to do the faster to the fun. How much is my time worth getting onto the ship? Which, again, the faster you get on the ship, the sooner you can start indulging in all the free food that you've already paid for with your cruise money. So you can go get your 3 guys burgers or whatever you want to do, right? You want to be there faster. I want to roll in. I want to get me my guys burger. I want to get me some fries there. I want to go over to Chicken Shack. You know, I want to go to the buffet and hang out. You know, these are experiences you want to enjoy. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, overall, I have to decide that. I will let you guys know when I have decided it. Maybe I'll do a little write-up about it. It would be from a good standpoint to be able to explain the benefits of getting on and what you get and how you get it and how it can be valuable to you. If you're someone that has a flight and you're cutting your time, or you have a thing you want to do after you get off the boat before you have to go to the airport and fly out, I could see the expedited disembarkation being huge. Being able to be like, yeah, I'm booking off the ship at 7. I'm out the door. I can go what I need to do and then get to the airport, right? I can see that being a big thing. And I get it. I do. Believe me, I do. I get it. So, but yeah, I will have to decide. Like I said, the disembarkation doesn't do much for me, but the tender port and the early boarding and even ditching the suitcases, those are all big pluses. Those are all like, oh man, yeah, that's huge. That's awesome. So at some point I have to find out if there's software I can control the recording and turning off the recording from afar so it doesn't overheat like this, and just keep it running nonstop. If I'd have been smart, I would have waited until I got out here on the road, because I did want to show off the wind farm, but, you know, is what it is. Maybe I'll detach the phone before I say bye-bye and you can see the wind farms. But also have to be real careful of the CHP out here. They are very aggressive in the desert, so maybe not. But yeah, we'll go ahead and close it there. Give me your thoughts though. If you have thoughts on the faster to the fun, and if you've done it, I did have somebody in my office that did it, and they were in one cabin, but they had a couple cabins actually. But I don't know if they all did it. But like, she's got her husband and she has 2 little kids, and they did it and said like, "Hey man, it was great. Like to be able to just bypass this big ass line was like a big deal." Nope, I don't think that's going to record. Device is overheated. Oh, I guess it is recording now. We'll see what happens. But you can see the wind farm at least before I get out of here. I'll get on the other side. See the sign for Palm Springs, Dead or Hot Springs. I think Highway 111 is like right around here that way, where you get off and you go down towards Palm Springs. But yeah, as you can see, big giant wind farm. One of the 3 big wind farms in California. I've seen them all. There's one up by the 14 and the 58 out in Mojave. And there's one off the 580 between San Francisco and Tracy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, we're going to call it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye now.